Hello, it's Ruby Burrito, and welcome to the video. We have the Lunar New Year celebration going on. So, this is the festival that we get in January every year, and I wanted to give a couple tips slash pieces of information that you might find useful. If you are a veteran player, you may already know these, or probably already know these, but so this is geared a little bit more towards newer players. So, the first thing is going to be that this is the Year of the Dragon, which means that it changes every year similarly to how the Lunar New Year does. So if we take a look at the little lucky envelopes that we have here, there is a back item for each different entity. So this is going to be the Lucky Dragon Lantern, and then there's also a Lucky Great Dragon Lantern that looks a little bit different. I'm just going to try to get the bow out of the way there so you can see it a little bit better. And there's quite a few other items here that you can get from the little lucky envelopes. So the first thing is that it changes, and that there are, similarly to the annual achievements, there are cosmetics and items that change every single year. So the annual this year is the Dragon Descendants Helm box. So each one has its own item, but they also have back items that are specific to the year that it is. Now, number 2 is going to be that you have all of these different vendors here. This one, Phaedra, is going to be the most important. So you can buy 8 Divine Lucky Envelopes for just 1 gold, and there's also an option to buy them with tokens of the Celestial Champion. I'll touch on how to get those later. But these have some other really rare items, such as the 500 Essence of Luck, the New Year's weapon chest, and these rare items that sell for quite a bit of gold. If you go to the next vendor, you have a bunch of different items, including previous year items here. So you can see the Celestial Lunar Enchanted Scale Gloves, Primal Tiger Hood Box. These are items that you could have gotten previously from the annual achievements, if I'm not mistaken. And then you also have a bunch of minis here that you can get using the 500 luck. Now, similar to other festivals, there's going to be a daily. If you do the daily enough times, then that will get you progress towards Best Wishes for the New Year, which allows you a Shining Orate Weapon chest. Once you get all the Shining Orate weapons, you can actually pick 8 of these, which allows you to get one of the minis or a previous item. You can see that I'm getting close to finishing off that set of achievements, because once you get the Orate weapons, you can get the Fortune Shining Orate version, which is 8 Exotic Essences of Luck, which is 200 luck, and 2 gold. I'll probably unlock these once I get the whole set. There's also the refitted version. So there's I believe three different sets of the festival weapons there. This is one for luck as well. I'll probably end up I'll grab the Mystic Clover myself because it's the most useful thing for me right now. And then these are the weapons that are specific. I believe the Lucky Dragon weapons are new this year. You have the hammer, you have the short bow, and a spear gun here. Going back to the first vendor, we can take another look at the Divine Lucky Envelope. So this one is tradable, right? So I told you can get 8 for 1 gold each. If we go to Divine, typing with one hand, Divine Lucky Envelope, they sell for 1 gold, 35 silver. So you can get a pure 35 silver profit per Divine Lucky Envelope every single day, minus whatever the trading post is going to take out as a tax. The lucky little envelopes are not tradable. So this festival is a little bit different than everything else, because the one that you mainly get is going to be the little lucky envelopes, but they are not tradable. So be sure to come to this vendor every single day and try to grab your Divine Lucky Envelopes or the little lucky envelopes if you would like to. At the very least, I would grab the regular Divine Lucky Envelopes because it's just pure profit, and it is very easy to do. And if you open them, you might even profit more. Like I said, there are a couple of those. You can see that you can get them here as well. The Ornamental Golden Trophy gives you 8 gold, 88 silver, so one of them gives you more than selling it on the trading post. Now, speaking of the dailies as well from earlier, the dailies are very easy. You can see that there are firecrackers. There's 3 right here, and there's 2 in this bridge here, 1 right there, and then another one right there. If all you have to do is light 5 of them a day, and that's a daily achievement. I believe the firecracker lighting is also 1, but to be honest, what I do is then I just open, I believe it's 6 little lucky envelopes, and then I do the Celestial Challenge. Now, that leads me into item number 4, and that is that 16 gold per hour per the fast website is what you can get from the Celestial Challenge activity. If you want to do this every day, which I would suggest because it gives you you get the token fragments as well as a token at least, I would suggest doing it on a thief or a mesmer or somebody that has quite a bit of mobility if you would like to try to maximize your gold. You can see here, okay, we're good. You can see here that sometimes it's very beneficial to be on a profession that has movement abilities, because you can see I am hitting the tornadoes, but when you're doing a race like this, the goal is to get there faster than everybody else, and you can do that more easily if you have movement abilities. I have been kind of failing a little bit. The E that you get here for this race just pushes you forward. There's another race that jumps you up higher. Just be careful if you're doing it on a thief like me and you don't shadow step through tornadoes, because that will knock you up. The last piece of advice that I have is going to be that you get a boost to Magic Find by default during this festival. And so I think it's important to understand that if you are like me and you don't want to open your unidentified gear every single time you get some and try to maximize your Magic Find every however often, it's easier to do it with the bonus 15% that you get every single year during this event. You can see that little icon that comes up. They were the one that had the most contribution. So during this event, you can see we get the Memories of Home, which is a bonus to Magic Find. It's plus 15% Magic Find. I'll have a link down below to the Fast website where they have a suggested method of maximizing your Magic Find. Really what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to more quickly and more easily get to a maximum Magic Find to get better output from certain chests or unidentified gear. For me, it's helpful because I have an entire bank tab full of unidentified gear, and I really need to go through it, but if I get the extra 15% Magic Find, it'll be a little bit better for a profit standpoint. Those are my top 5 pieces of advice. I know a lot of them are relatively basic. I just want to make sure that people who are newer have the opportunity to get some of this information. So if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, if you have any additional tips, let me know down below in the comments. I would appreciate it, because I know there may be an item or two that I might be missing. And like I said, I want to make it easier for everybody who might be doing this festival for the first time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Don't forget to head down below to the bottom and hit subscribe. It would really mean a lot, and I appreciate everybody who has. Thank you guys so much. We'll see ya in the next one.